What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. We have the official announcements for all of the rest of the anniversary campaigns, because from this point onwards, the next big thing to really come out is the after party celebration, which is on the 9th of June. So that's actually quite a while away. It's like 2 weeks away-ish. So this is basically all we have until that next event period. So there's really not a lot going to be happening, right? But we have some stuff to talk about. Of course, they have the official announcement today of the King and Alber, or Alber and ZORO Sugo-Fest, should I say, starting tomorrow, of course, as of the recording of this video. And of course, we will be doing pulls tomorrow for ZORO and Alber. Really looking forward to that one. But another thing about this announcement today is we get the full confirmation of what characters are going to be available on what parts of the Sugo-Fest. So on part 1 of the Sugo-Fest, remember, every legend is available, but there is a certain pool of them that have a rate boost. And in part 1, ZORO is a rate boosted character, but also Perospera and Kizuna Boa Hancock, the two latest Kizuna legends, are actually going to be rate boosted on part 1, which is very cool. You've got the rest of the characters that are the rate boosted units, of course the new Alber. You've got Usopp and Yasop, which is kind of nice. Legend Hiyori is a fantastic unit, very good in a lot of content. Really nice to see that there. But as for the rest, not a lot of great ones here. You got Odin, very good in Rumble. V1 Frankie, good level limit break, of course. And then that Int Mihawk at the bottom, very good for one of the Grand Voyages as well. Now, you've got the Kizuna Clash characters. These characters are available, but they're not rate boosted. So these characters have a much lower chance to be pulled, but they are pullable nonetheless. You got some good ones. You got Ace and Sabu, you got Toki, Drake is fantastic as well. And then you've got all Super Sugo-Fest are available on part 1, but not rate boosted, of course. The only rate boosted Super Sugo unit is actually the ZORO himself. So that's part 1, and then if you go to part 2, which is the one that features ZORO, you've got the Super Sugos of ZORO, Film Red Snake Man for the first time in the anniversary, Int, Yamato, and Odin. I believe Odin was actually already featured on one of the banners beforehand, so it is a little strange that they're bringing him back. But Int, Yamato, Film Red Snake Man, interesting choices for sure. Myself personally, my Yamato has been at level 4 Final Tap for the longest time. I would love to pick up another copy of the unit, but it is what it is. But you've also got Kizuna legends of Toki, Sabo, and Ace, as well as Sanji Pudding. Those characters are pullable on part 2. And then as for the generic pool of legends for part 2, you've got a couple of decent ones here. You've got the Gear 4 Change Luffy down the bottom there, which is actually pretty good. Rayleigh Gaban, Super Tandem Law, obviously still really good. Brook, very good for Grand Voyage. Quick Boa Hancock's also very good for the Grand Voyage as well. Sober Mask, which could get a good level limit break, and Super Evolution in the future. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they could do with that unit. Legend Cracker and stuff, so there's a couple good units for sure. And then, of course, you've got the super limited pool, which gives you those characters, which, I mean, there's a couple of good ones in there for sure, but I don't know, like with ZORO's part, it's not super enticing. You've got Rayleigh Gaban, which is good for those people that don't have him, but remember, Rayleigh Gaban doesn't have Final Tap or Super Tandem or anything like that, so pulling additional copies of that unit doesn't help all that much, unless if you do plan to use them in Pirate Rumble, I guess. Super Tandem Law is obviously a good pickup, and then the Super Sugo-Fests and stuff, but yeah, it's not a great part, I'll admit. But then we can move on to part 3. So this is the part that is mainly focused on Alber, or King. Now you got the Super Sugos of Robin, probably one of, if not the best, Super Boss character in the game. Super Tandem Kaido, who is awesome. Final Tap Kid, which could get a Super Evolution sometime this year, I would think. He's going to get a Super Evolution. And Goldie Roger, who doesn't have a level limit break yet, so that could be interesting. You got Drake, Kaido Crew, and Capone Crew, which I guess are all characters that actually synergize with Alber. But then you've got the generic pool of legends, and this is interesting here. You've got Alber, as well as the Jack that came out last month. So when this banner goes live, Jack's part of the Sugo-Fest is concluding, so it means that on part 1 of this Sugo-Fest, Legend Jack is actually pullable, but he does have a really low chance of being pulled. You've got Super Tandem Linlin, you've got Ulti, you've got Super Tandem Kid as well, Doflamingo, good, really good character for sure. Moria, insane for Pirate Rumble. You got a couple of good units. Down the bottom is not really that good, but the top end of the King banner is actually really solid. The fact that it has King and Jack together on one Sugo-Fest, as well as having Robin accessible too, this does seem like a pretty good part for those people that don't have these characters. But remember that Queen and Alber, these units that have debuted on Anniversary, are considered to be generic normal legends. So as soon as, you know, a month has passed after these banners will expire, then those characters will be available in legend tickets moving forward, or at least they should be. So that's really, really cool to see. And then, of course, you got the limited pool, which unfortunately, when you get to the super limited step, it actually drops Jack from that step, but Jack is available on the limited pool legend step, but not the super limited step. So that is a bit annoying because a lot of people would want to pull Jack because a lot of people skipped his banner to wait for the anniversary. So it is what it is, right? And then, of course, you've got the generic Red Recruits that are boosted and a lot of Kizuna characters. There's actually a couple of these Kizuna characters I would love to get my hands on. Like the Cavendish is really nice to get, would love to get him. And then the Dressrosa ones from last month. And the Jack, actually, that Dex Jack is also very solid. So that's the Sugo-Fest as a whole. And as I said, I'll be doing pulls on part 1 tomorrow. So stay tuned on the channel and the Twitch channel for when we go live. Of course, we did talk about this yesterday with the data download, but the brand new support Sugo-Fest is here. This new Otama is actually pretty decent and will help you out in the new Kizuna Clash. I don't think we have the actual in-game information yet in regards to what the gimmicks are for this Kizuna Clash yet, but I would assume that the super boss is going to be dealt with quite simply with the Otama support, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. In terms of these characters available, you've got all these generic support rare recruits as well, but then the legends that are available, I mean, Hiyori available once again is really good, and then you've got Ten and Big Mom, who's a nice pickup too. There's a couple of decent units there, but a lot of generic stuff that's like typically always available, so nothing really too crazy to write home about, but support Sugo-Fest needed to be mentioned. And actually, one thing I did want to mention here is the fact that the banner only goes up until June 12th. Typically, the support Sugo-Fests are here for quite a long time, so the fact that this support banner is ending so abruptly, I'm not really too sure why they're doing that. That is a little strange. And here we have the official announcement of the brand new Super Boss Kizuna Clash, and I do think this is a bit of a missed opportunity because it means we don't have a free-to-play character for this month's Super Boss Kizuna, because typically the Super Boss Kizuna characters that we get, the free-to-play units, are very, very good free-to-play units. But this time around, Alber is the boss, and it is confirmed to be a super boss, but with it, we do get the super evolution of the free-to-play Kaido, which I did talk about in yesterday's video, and you also pick up the super evolution skulls for Big Mom are also available in this Kizuna Clash. Now, unfortunately, through reading this information, it does not look like they have updated any of the rewards. Like, I thought for sure, maybe because it's an anniversary Kizuna Clash, that we would get, you know, some special reward in the Kizuna exchange, but from what I've been reading here, everything looks to be pretty much the same as every other last Super Boss Kizuna, so I think it's actually a little bit of a missed opportunity there, to be honest. It is what it is. Not really a big fan of that at all. But one thing to note, for those people who haven't been able to super evolve their dual legend dog and cat, it does say that starting from this Kizuna Clash, dog and cat super evolution skulls will be available in the Kizuna exchange, so for those that missed it, you can go ahead and do that. Everyone's favorite game mode, Grand Party, is going to be arriving on May 29th. And this Grand Party is kind of interesting with this rule set. The rule set kind of diversifies things a little bit because it doesn't really hone in on one specific team. It kind of gives buffs to a lot of different teams. So it gives Dex allies level 8 attack, fighter characters, level 5 CT speed increase. That's very strong. And that actually has really big implications if you do opt to use Legend Sanji in your Grand Party teams, because he gets a bigger attack buff and he gets the CT increase, which of course with Sanji's special will further give your Free Spirit characters further CT increase. So I think that kind of Sanji Free Spirit team is going to be pretty potent in this next season. Cerebral get level 5 speed increase, which is whatever. Quick allies get level 5 health, which is also kind of whatever. Psi allies get level 6 HP, but then they get Psi type special CT down level 3, so they're eventually just trying to debuff the Psi Free Spirit team once again, because Roger is so good, but I don't think level 3 CT down is really going to change all that much, to be honest. It does say when you have the leader present, then your quick allies get level 4 defense. So I do think like the quick driven teams are still going to be very annoying to deal with, because quick do receive here level 5 HP, and then if you have your leader present, you do get level 4 defense. So that could be interesting in this season, but at least it's not boosting int and driven, because that over the last couple of seasons has been so annoying to deal with. But I do think that Free Spirit in this new season is going to be the new annoying team to take on, with the fact that you can have Zoro, Sanji, Luffy, Yamato all in one compact team. It's so good at doing what it's able to do with launching their specials very quickly and outputting pretty serious damage. So we'll see how it all goes. Along with the announcement of Grand Party, they did announce a new login bonus, and wow, we get one of each colored Rumble Scroll, the gold scrolls. Wow, I'm so excited for this one, dude. Like, I don't understand it. Like, why do they need to be stingy about it? Do they not realize how like many scrolls are required to completely max out a character in Grand Party? I feel like they don't understand or comprehend how many it actually takes. You need a lot of Rumble EXP to do that, and this is not going to really do anything, honestly. It's one scroll. It doesn't do much at all. So this is honestly one thing I think that they didn't need to put in there, but if they were going to do it, they should have made it a bit better. Honestly, just say stuff it and just give us 10 of each color. That would actually make a pretty big difference. But one of each doesn't really do much. Now, this is a big one here as well, starting on June 7th, so it's actually quite a while away. It is strange that they did announce it now, but we're getting a new Grand Voyage, and this is a new island that's going to be added to the Arlong questline. So if you haven't cleared Arlong yet, you won't be able to take part in this new mission until you do that at least. Obviously, you can clear lower difficulty and get to this quest, but it says that by completing this new quest, you'll get a strength level limit break wanted poster for a legend, and you also get a strength Sugo manual, which is whatever. But then it says, also, there will be an alternating pen added to the total mission points reward, which means that, you know, when you get to the total amount of points, which I don't know what we're at now. Let me actually double check on Grand Voyage, because I have it all capped out. So we're at a total reward of 50 points. So I assume what's going to happen here is that when you beat the new Grand Voyage and you get to 55 total points, you're actually going to receive an alternating pen, which is actually pretty dope. I'm really excited for that, because if you guys have been playing the treasure map or keeping tabs in the community, these alternating pens are basically not dropping. I haven't seen a single screenshot on Global or Japan of someone getting their hands on an alternating pen from a treasure chest. So I like that they're at least giving us some here, because I don't like that they added this new feature and they've basically made it impossible to actually utilize this feature. But we get an alternating pen through that method, which is, I guess, kind of okay. And that's the only information that we have right now. It does mention that we get a strength level limit break wanted poster, so I do believe that they want us to use strength characters in the actual questline itself, which means that the boss will be a Dex boss. This is interesting because, you know, because it's focusing on the Arlong questline. Like, what if Arlong actually gets, you know, like a super evolution and a level limit break? Arlong crew, that is. That'd be pretty sick. I'm not expecting that to be the case, but I'm not really too sure what team they're trying to focus in on for this versus Luffy quest right now. The fact that they focusing more on strength leads me to believe Arlong crew has something going on, but we'll have to wait and see what actually happens. Another little piece of information was given in the grand finale of Wano campaign, stating that starting tomorrow there's going to be a new like lottery system. So every single day you can log in and you'll get one of the rewards. So you can get a maximum of 90 gems if you're lucky enough, but of course, you know, it's basically just another free gem per day at a bare minimum for the next, you know, 2 weeks or so. So you log in every day, check your mail, you'll get a reward out of it. It's cool, and if you're lucky enough, you can get 90 gems out of it. That's crazy, but don't expect that moving forward. You know, not too many people are going to get it. Of course, we've got some refresh gem sales for the brand new part of the Sugo-Fest, and again, like, nothing really here is that exciting. You do have these legend tickets, though, that now have Legend Jack in them. So that is interesting. You know, you have a little bit of a better opportunity to potentially get your hands on Jack. And to be honest, I actually may purchase some of these just to have a further opportunity to potentially pull Legend Jack, as I would love to get my hands on that unit. And then, of course, as well, just stating that after May 30th, any generic Legend ticket that you get is going to be updated to have these pool of characters. So they have added Legend Jack to the red tickets after May 30th. And that includes the regular Legend pool tickets and also the limited pool Legend tickets. So that is pretty cool that they have announced that Jack will be in those tickets starting May 30th, so keep that in mind. But essentially, that is all of the information that we have right now. Of course, if we do get any information in regards to, you know, updates to the Grand Party or the Grand Voyage, but anything moving forward, and of course, I will be making a video for you guys giving you that information. But we're looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow, Zoro and Albert will make their debut in One Piece Treasure Cruise, and we are going to be be doing some pulls for them. So of course the link to the Twitch channel where we're going to do our pulls live is down below in the video description of every single video. But if you guys do miss it, do not worry, because we will be uploading the video later on the channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the video today though. If you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.